update. I'm in here kind of cleaning up. I keep these cleaned up because I do not want it to turn into a jungle like it did, what, 2 years ago? So I've trimmed these tomatoes back pretty far. Looky there. That's loaded with blooms. So I'm thinking about carefully. Whoop, it's hard to video. Maybe just going ahead and tacking it up right there so that all that weight of all those tomatoes will not hang down and break the plant. The nice thing about growing in here for the seed company is, oh, that looks like it's either broke. That's weird. Huh. That I don't have to bag these blooms, so there's no pollinators in here. You just lightly shake the plant and they pollinate. There's blooms on that one. That is the pink peach. This is a Turner's hybrid. It's a roughwood. It's not really a hybrid, it's just the name of the plant. And there is blooms on it. I saw it the other day and I know they're there. They're hiding from me right at the moment. Okay, there's some. And then up at the top, I think I remember seeing some, which I'm gonna have to clip that back and go ahead and put one of these neat clips up there. That way I can hold it. Those clips are really nice. I like them. So this one, I just got it clipped up. This is a roughwood apricot, and so it's blooming as well. I really like this one. This is a golden queen, so it's the only seed I have left for that variety. So there's just one left. So I'm hoping it does really well. And I've got some stuff there that really needs planted, but I've got to figure out a time when I can do that. This one's looking pretty good. It'll get bigger. This one's a little yellow, and I'm not sure what's going on with it. I'm gonna go ahead and trim that back. That's a Malarkin. This one, I need to plant right here, but I need to get a tag for it. And chocolate. Why did I set that there? That's funny. I meant to plant it. So that's a Dr. Neal's, a Howard German, a Tomate DR Bowl, and goodness, all this lantana's coming in here, and passion vine. Don't they know I have a fence here and they don't need to cross it? But that's that Carnival lantana. I really like that variety. But I'm gonna have to take that out of here when it gets a little bit nicer. It's still early in April and I don't want to chance it just yet, but you can see how big it's getting. It's starting to come through this cattle panel. The passion vine goes crazy, so I definitely need to start trimming it. I say that and then I run out of time, but look at all the pretty flowers. They smell incredible. I mean, it really smells good in here. Once they all start blooming, it's just heavenly in here. But this is too much. It'll shade this out right here. That won't be good for tomatoes, and I want to go ahead and grow a couple more in here, and then I wanted to grow a pepper, but I don't think I'll be able to. But I definitely need to trim all that up. And you can see where it's coming in, but I need to grow another variety in here. For the roughwood, he mentioned that it was a really important one, so I'm going to do that. I wanted to update real quick, and then I'm going to update the garden with you. So let's go to the garden. See you in a few. Okay. I got the the T-post out. Got that mowed up to there. There were ladybugs in there, the real ones, so I didn't mow that part. I can mow it later. This still is a mess. But I mowed a little bit in here. Got the weeds pulled out in that one bed. I'm gonna have to put more plastic down. I gotta get all this cleaned up right here. But it's looking rough. That will probably get planted in there, but not yet. Got that. Got all this cleaned up. I didn't have, that thing had run out of the string and I kept catching it on that thing. So I used this, and yeah, I'll sleep good tonight. Then I got this cleaned up. That's still got to go. All of this is cleaned up so I can see down here. That's important. That's not quite cleaned up. There's some catnip growing there, so I'm going to go ahead and transplant that. What will happen here is these beds will get broken down, and then the smaller ones will get planted through here, and then probably another one right here, and then leave that open so that the tree, this beautiful, amazing tree system right here, can do very well. Then I got a couple more of these beds filled. This one needs to get filled. I got this area cleaned up, and then I got a lot of mowing done on the farm, and right here will be a big square once I get that cleaned up. And this will be for watermelon, and there'll be a big square raised bed here, and that will be watermelon as well. And this will get moved right here as soon as I get this wood cleaned up. I mowed down in here because it was pretty snaky. And the snakes are out. There was that one yesterday, which it was a good snake, but they're, you know, along with the good, you get the bad. So I will trim that, and then I'll get that bed moved over here. But I'm going to go ahead and move these logs that I had in the bottom of those big raised beds, and they're going to go into that compost thing and just let them break down. Then the worms and all that stuff will just break them down real nice. This is looking better. I mean, it's still quite a bit of work. I'm having to take the shovel, and this Tom wasn't here, so I had to take the shovel and move that soil. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's not fast, but we'll break these beds down too. And instead of them going that way, they're going to go this way. So all the beds will be north and south, and the big beds back here for the watermelon will go in here. Potatoes are in here. So this whole area is potatoes. And I've got like 3 of the beds planted with the Adirondack potatoes, and then I've got the regular. I think I got I'll have to double check. I'm not going to say what I got because I don't remember. But I didn't get 2 50-pound bags of seed potatoes this year. I just got 1. Normally I do 2. But if Sweetie Pie will, once I get the 2 big square beds built, probably be tomorrow, and I've also got to be mowing as well, then I'll have him dig that out, kind of spread that soil on the bottom, and then put some good soil on the top. And I'm gonna see if he can get that little hump out of there. I may move the plastic back. That's where that stupid gopher keeps doing its little business. So lemon balm's there. That'll fill up with lemon balm. I'm gonna go ahead and plant those 2 things with some onions. And I gotta get this cleaned up, but you know, it is coming right along. I mean, it's slow but going. I've got this right here done, and I got cabbages. That is the Tete Noir. And then I got a bed built behind there. I've got to build beds down at the bottom, and then the flowers will go in here, the zinnias, to attract the pollinators. all these will get cleaned up. And I think, sorry, the bugs are just outrageous. I will get, with them being those smaller beds, I think I could do 2. One here and one here, all the way down. I think that would work out really well. And then what I might do is just build some more. I'm gonna go ahead and take that apart. That's too janky. And just build the beds this way as well. So there could be like 3 rows of those. Actually 4 with the tarps. And then I can try and get more tarps for this part and just keep going. Because everything grows really well under here. However, I'm kind of worried about the cicada thing that's going to be that issue. And the copperheads will be up in the trees eating the cicadas. And I really don't want one of them copperheads dropping down on me. You just never know. Oops, sorry. But it's a progress. There's progress here. And I like it. And we'll just keep going. And I'll just keep doing a little at a time. And then I'm going to give it another probably week and a half. Maybe before I plant some of the flowers that I can still just put on the cart and take back in for now. But anyway, that's what's going on here. Wendy at Hardneck Farms, just getting the garden restored. Talk at y'all later. Alright, I've got some more done. I'm trying to get all this cleaned up. But tell me what y'all think. You like that? Might be a little busy, but I'm trying to get everything I can up under the shade. And I moved that over there for now. And I always like to change my mind 100 times, so I'm gonna move that over there. But I'm just utilizing every bit of free space, but trying to make it look good as well. That I'm just breaking down, getting them cut, and getting the pallets taken care of. So all that got cleaned up. I swept that out there so I can just mow it and it'll mulch it up. And what else did I do? I got all that wood moved. It's in the compost. It'll break down. I got this moved over here. So yeah, my little ugly pallet beds are going to be great. Instead of these big old pallet beds that take up a lot of soil, and then, you know, that when the soil sinks down, then the plants don't get enough light back here. And here in Oklahoma, it gets hot and things cook. And then I just hung those up back there. And I love these trees. Oh my gosh, this is just so delightful to be in the garden. But I was thinking about putting some soil in the little chimenea and putting some mint and having that mint just spill out of it. And that mint will just kind of thrive and go everywhere back there. And that'll kind of keep mice and snakes down. I suppose I've heard, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard that snakes don't like the mint. But anyhow, my husband put that up there to secure the tree so I can have some shade. But because I know, if you guys remember on the ice storm, it was all the way to the ground. That was before these beds were built. But look at my view. Isn't this just neat? And once I get all this cleaned up, get those pallets broke down, those beds, and get all this cleaned up, it's gonna be so pretty back here. So Sweetie Pie came up here and he said he was definitely going to get the tractor and put the soil in up here and in the back 2 beds. So, piece of cake. Oh, the mosquitoes are already out. Dang it. Anyway, I'm going to have to cut this short because I can't handle those things. I will get all this cleaned up, and I'm just working at it, plugging away a little at a time, but I got all that cleaned up. Tell me what you think, and I want your honest opinion. You won't hurt my feelings. Is that too much right there? I mean, I could move those since that bed's behind it and just put them over here up under that, and then it wouldn't be so busy. I might end up doing that, but I kind of like the way that's set up, but maybe over there. I don't know. Tell me what you think. All right, y'all. I got a lot to do. I got to go in, take a shower, put my stuff up. Yeah. And probably sit down to watch YouTube and fall asleep. I can't wait to get all these beds broke down, get all this cleaned up. I think it's going to be just so pretty. Alright. Got a little bit of that cleaned up. Sweetie Pie said he'll help me fill that little bed. And those right there. And then I can get some herbs growing in there. Because the herbs will grow really well in those beds. And then get all this cleaned up. And then, dang, I got to build a pretty good sized bed for those berries. But anyway, I got all that cleaned up because of the snakes. I mean, I don't mind the non-venomous ones when I walk out of the greenhouse or in the greenhouse. They're right there. I just don't want to run into a venomous one. Got the kitty cats some catnip. They'll be happy chomping on that. And then I gotta somehow get those cattle panels out of all that mess and get that mowed, get this all fencing broke down. All that's got to be cleaned up. And back here is going to look really pretty when I get done. Who's bored? Who wants to come over and help? I'll fix you something to eat. Hey, that right there is worth coming over to help me. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.